My only companion is a rock I named Stone.
Intense car accidents, things that go boom, and that's definitely gonna leave a mark. In honor of the new film coming out, today we're breaking down and reacting to the shocking medical scenes and electric injuries from the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Time to kick some Robotnik.
Let's dive right in. First off, do we see that there are no seatbelts? Come on.
Come on!
Remember, seatbelts save lives. Literally, I've been in a rollover myself wearing a seatbelt and I came out unscathed, no issues.
That doesn't sound good.
No, thinking is bad. Get rid of it.
I'm trying.
Throw it out the window. Throw it anywhere.
Oh my gosh. When you don't wear a seatbelt, you bounce around the car during an accident, you can get thrown from the vehicle, which significantly increases the damage to your own body. Sometimes you don't even make it to the hospital because you're pronounced deceased on scene.
Get off me. Ha-ha! Nailed it.
Oh. Explosive injury. This probably is more related to the power and the blast impact. Things that you worry about is a pneumothorax, so popping a hole in your lung due to the compressive force, as well as puncturing or rupturing your eardrum. All right, so what do? You have an unconscious patient on the ground. This is Sonic, but you basically assess, hey, are you awake? Are you awake? Then look, listen, feel. You are looking for a chest rise, feeling to see if they have a pulse, and you're listening to see if there's any breath movement. So he attempted, he's listening to the heart on the outside, which you actually could auscultate like a stethoscope on somebody's chest wall. But we use a stethoscope instead. It's just more standard practice.
Come on, you're all right. Wake up. Wake up.
You feel a pulse, but they're not breathing. You're in the middle of nowhere. What do?
What do you do?
You need to do compression, CPR, and hopefully somebody drives by or you have cell service to get a call out.
Oh, thank God. He's gonna be okay, right?
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
Well, he's a hedgehog. Or so he says.
Nobody's doing any medical intervention at this current time. That most likely means you have a pulse and you are breathing on your own. You are just unconscious at this moment. Could be due to low blood pressure, could be due to traumatic brain injury. In the setting of trauma, this is what you would think that somebody is in a concussion type coma.
Holy,
What?
this pulse is super fast.
Good, so we're getting a pulse. So she's checking a radial pulse. The radial pulse is done on the thumb side of your wrist, and you feel for the softness where there's a bone, you push down, and you can actually push the radial nerve against the bone. You feel the boundingness of the pulse right there.
I don't know his physiology. He doesn't seem to have any broken bones.
Ah, good. So we'll do this after your A, B, C, D, and E's. Your secondary survey is full head to toe assessment, which includes palpating all the way down. You're feeling for step-offs, crepitus, looking for blood. You're just pushing and feeling to see if everything is intact.
He'll snap out of this. He'll wake up soon. Oh, smelling salts.
I have human smelling salts in my human first aid kit.
Smelling salts, I don't know if anybody has ever smelled them. They are quite noxious and whoo, burns those nasal cavities.
Ooh, burn!
We will use them occasionally. We'll crack them open, typically in a gauze, but sometimes you can actually put it in a syringe and then you can just push to get some air flow in there.
Come on, buddy.
Whoa, he's awake. This actually does happen sometimes in the emergency department. The most common is when somebody might have accidentally overdosed on an opiate and we give them Narcan or naloxone.
Gotta go fast.
Oh my gosh. They wake up and they are, what the heck happened? They are fighting and then they calm down once they figure out the scenario. Oh.
Ow.
Tranquilizer gun. We use tranquilizers in the emergency department or at the hospital. Medications that cause a little bit of sedation, especially when somebody might be in a hyper state or an agitated state. Some of these medications are even in pill form. Whoa! Sonic is looking very stressed or maybe focused, so he's running. Exercise is hugely important when it comes to your health, longevity, and dealing with everyday well-being. Ah. Well, that's a lot of electricity. In the emergency department, we're using lots of different energy, but most of the time when we're using this type of energy, it's lit into the defibrillator, and we're using maybe a couple hundred joules depending on the machine. Okay, now the power's out. Most hospitals have backup generators.
Ah, the generator!
That will automatically kick on.
Doctor's log is day 243 in this portobello purgatory. My only companion is a rock I named Stone.
Seems like he's talking to somebody else. There are situations that I deal with in the emergency department where people are hearing things or seeing things that may not be there. We do have medications after they've been diagnosed with, say, schizophrenia or maybe a form of bipolar.
The question is, for whom am I narrating this?
Whoa! People definitely get shocked by random things, static electricity. Most of that is totally benign.
Benign and a half.
But if electricity is on and you touch an outlet, you do have to be concerned that you might cause a cardiac arrhythmia.
It seems I've become a featured player in the theater of the absurd, marooned in deep space by that wretched blue rodent.
We do have lots of mushrooms in this world, some that are psychedelic, and there are ones that are actually quite dangerous and deadly. There are other great healthy mushrooms. Even in my supplement called Level Up, we use 2 different mushrooms in there, cordyceps and lion's mane. Really good for energy and focus, so definitely check that out at lifehappens.com.
I've been striving to make fungi into a functional drink of choice. Limited success.
People want to feel things immediately to make sure it's working. It may be working in your body and doing what it needs to do, but you may not have this like massive kick or feel. When people want to feel that it's working, they put ingredients in pre-workouts that have like significant amount of caffeine so you can feel that it's working.
Don't worry, I know exactly what to do.
Whoa. Oh!
I was not expecting that.
Wow. Falling off of a building from a great height, sadly, it does happen. Typically, we run any trauma if somebody falls from a height greater than 3 times themselves or 15 feet. Doesn't mean you're gonna have massive injuries from that height. It just means that's when we start to notice injuries that need to be fully assessed. I have had people come in falling out of trees. Typically, they'll end up having just abrasions, maybe some lacerations and contusions or just bruising. But, you know, you've seen broken ankles, broken wrists, especially when you try to put your hand out to brace yourself from falling. You can have a foosh. If Sonic was a human being, this would be a significant trauma. He's awake, moving, but then airway, breathing, circulation, disability, and exposed. That's what we want to do when somebody gets to the hospital. Now, in this scenario, EMS gets there. Most likely, they're going to put the person on a long board, log roll them over, put a seat collar on, most likely, and get the person to the hospital ASAP. Also, check out my limited edition Dr. ER apparel, available now for a short time only. Once it's gone, it's gone. So grab yours before it's too late at shopdrer.com. I really actually enjoyed watching these clips. If you guys enjoyed this and you like Sonic, let me know, and want me to do more, please let me know in the comments. And as always, do me a favor, check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything, and most importantly, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.